Guys, Micron just reported they are down 8% after hours. Mo, what do you think that means then if they're down 8% after hours? How do you think they did on revenue and EPS?
I would assume terrible.
They did not, though. They crushed. They beat on both EPS and revenue. They reported 62 cents per share versus 53 cents expected, and they reported $6.81 billion in revenue versus $6.67 billion in revenue.
Amazing.
What is going on? This is bizarro world.
Yeah, it really is.
So obviously they've said something after the announcement to cause the stock to go back 8%. Maybe they had their outlook changed. Maybe they're like, we're kind of guiding a little bit more conservatively. We're going to pull up their earnings release. We're going to go through that. But guys, do me a favor. This is our Everything Money 24/7 channel. We do 4 or 5 videos a week. We talk about the economy. We talk about the news. We talk about earnings releases. We love doing this. If you like hearing that stuff, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. And I guarantee you're going to enjoy hearing our analysis, especially as things get rocky in the market. We will be the place of calm for you. So, Mo, have you found it yet, or should I do some other things in the company?
Do some other things I'm looking through right now.
All right. So, this is what's interesting about Micron. Ticker symbol MU. Their free cash flow in the last 12 months, minus $3.3 billion versus net income of minus $3.77. Their 5-year average net income is $2.47 billion versus an average free cash flow of negative $100 million. That's bizarre. That's very bizarre. Huh. What is going on? Am I in the right company here? What the heck? What the heck is going on here? Did their revenue really fall in half? So guys, something very interesting on Micron. Take a look at this. In August, the year ending August 2022, almost $31 billion in revenue. The next full year fell in half. Fell in half. Now it's rebuilding. The last 12 months have been 18.3. They just did 6.8 billion. Multiply that by 4, and you're at $27 billion. So they're rebounding. So big time, you got to look at this, understand why they fell in half. That's very important. Micron, is a big love of Monish.
Yes.
All-time high was 157 just last week. And it's now at 130, down 8.2%. Interesting. All right. What does the story tell us in the 8 pill? Oh my gosh, Mo, look at this. 7 X's.
Oh my God. That is not what I was expecting.
Negative. I mean, guys, don't even look at the 8 pillars. And that's what I tell people. The 8 pillars tells a story. And I'm looking at the numbers here, understanding this going, the story is a jumbled mess. So it's about understanding what the future of the company holds. You need to understand that about the company before you go out and buy this company. Okay. When we first met with Monas, I think the stock was around 90, and then it fell to 50 and then skyrocketed from there. It got to a low of $48 back in December of 2022, which was that bear market, technology bear market. This is a cluster F.
It's a lot of talk about AI.
So analyst estimates. Oh my gosh, look at this, Mo. How is this? 94 cents going to 8.15, going to 10.8. This is all over the board.
It's all over.
Okay, let's hear about the what the analyst statements, what the earnings release says.
AI demand drives 50% sequential data center revenue growth. Yeah, and then if you come down here to the CEO's statement, robust AI demand and strong execution enabled Micron to drive 17% sequential revenue growth, exceeding our guidance range for the fiscal third quarter. We are gaining share in high-margin products like high bandwidth memory, and our data center SSD revenue hit a record high, demonstrating the strength of our AI product portfolio across DRAM and NAND. We are excited to expand those opportunities and deliver substantial record revenue in 2025.
So Micron used to make computers back in the late 90s. I had a Micron computer and I freaking loved it.
Really?
It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. It was a Micron. I don't even know what it was, but I remember when I got it, I was like, this is so awesome. I was like flossing. I was like, this is the best thing ever. But they stopped making computers. Probably because it was just too competitive a field.
Yeah.
So, Mo, what do you see in this? I mean, is there anything there besides that generic, like, hey, we're synergizing backward overflow over here?
Really, all it is just they've basically put their financials on here. There's not a lot of comments. Now, it does say that there is a webcast coming at 2:30 Mountain Time. So what is that, 4:30 here?
Yeah, so in a few minutes.
10 minutes. I'm sure they're gonna disclose a lot of information on there, but there's not a lot of comments here. Industry leader, yeah, it's very boring stuff.
Huh.
Is this like a new thing? Companies want to say things versus put it on paper?
I think that's always been the...
It seems more so now than ever.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Although, let's see how many times. What's the over/under on how many times I say AI in the earnings call on the webcast?
All right, let's say that it's a 30-minute call. How many times?
Well, you don't know if it's gonna be a 30-minute call. I'm just asking you for an over/under number.
Putting an average number out there. Let's say,
Is the average 30 minutes?
I would say 30 minutes with questions.
Seems like that's a little short.
I'd say 61 times.
61 times,
61.
Twice a minute.
Yep.
What if it goes an hour? Are you doubling that estimate?
Double it.
So you're just saying twice a minute.
Does this includes questions, right? The questions?
No.
Just the Micron team?
Just the Micron team saying AI.
61.
So you're saying 2 per minute.
Yeah.
So if it's 15 minutes, you're saying 30. If it's 2 hours, you're saying 240.
The headline of this thing, the third line down before Micron Technology reports June 26th, it's just AI demand drives. That's it.
So guys, the big thing we're trying to teach here is some sort of process. What's that process? The process is to look at every company as the present value of all future cash flows. Yeah. I look at this and I can't make heads or tail out of anything going on here. Anything. So for me, it's the kind of company I go, I think there's other companies out there that I'm going to understand better. I look at this. Now, the funny thing is, Mo, go look at their income statement.
Okay.
There's been some volatility in this revenue. 16, 16, 12, 20, 30, 23, 21, 27, 31, 15. The volatility has been there. Immense volatility in this company's revenue. You got to understand that and be ready for that. Because when the volatility strikes, the stock is going to be extremely volatile. Now, the good news is, if you are able to understand that, you will probably do very well with this company. Because you're going to make more money when people don't understand something. The more you understand things that people don't, you are going to make more money. But we remind you, every investment is still the present value of all future cash flow. And when you buy a stock, you're buying a piece of a business. So when it comes to Micron here and understanding it, it's really, really key for you to sit there and do some homework. Now, the good news for you is we have this community of thousands of like-minded investors. Dalton's in here. He has looked at Micron up and down, left and right. He loves it. So if you're in the community, go talk to him. He's Wicked Willie. Tag him in the community general chat. Say, Dalton, let's talk about some Micron. And he will talk your ear off for 3 hours about it. Now, if you don't have the community, click the link in the description below. Join. We have a great offer right now on access. So make sure you try it out because you're going to get every single tool we have forever grandfathered in because we're about ready to separate them all. So make sure you do that. All right, guys, I appreciate your time. Talk to you later.